Hi everyone. So today what we're going to do is learn how to make this little shaker card. It's a shaker card that we can use as a journaling spot in a junk journal. We have 3 sides for writing. You can use double-sided tape and you can stick this down inside a junk journal, and then you have the whole inside to write on. You can do little decorations around the edges as you desire. But we have a quick and easy little, oops, there's one of the guys, he got away. And anyway, so what we're going to do in today's video is take a look at how we can make this little shaker card. Hope you join me and let's get at it. Hi everyone, it's Karen, and we're here today with day number 9 of the 12 Days of Junk Journal Gift Idea Tutorials for 2019. Today what we're going to be doing is making a shaker card that we can use in a junk journal. So let's get going. First thing I want to do is get the card base ready. And I'm just going to be using a sheet of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. I'm going to cut it in half. So I'm going to cut it to 5.5 inches. And then what we'll do is we're going to use one piece from the back, or for half of this. This page, what I want to do is I'm going to score it down the center, so 4 1/4. So we'll have it so it'll fold in half like a nice little card. We're done with the paper. Actually, while we're at it, we may as well just cut. I'm going to cut this to just a smidge under 4 1/4. What we'll want to use for this piece is, or what we want this piece for, is to use as a cover or a backing over top of the shaker part, which will be here. So this will just cover the back of it, so you'll have 2 pages plus the back for writing on. So the next thing we need to do is make our opening for the shaker card. Now I was going through all of my dies and I discovered that I actually do not own a single set of the dies that are either squares, circles, rectangles, whatever shape, that have the multiple sizes that go from a teeny one all the way up to a larger one. I do not have a single set of those. I have to rectify that. What I do have is this set of dies that are small flower shapes. And they're designed so that you cut out a whole bunch of them and then you can make a nice little layered flower. We don't want to, well, we're not making the layered flower today. I'm just going to use one of the larger pieces. We're going to use the die cutting machine. And so we want it roughly centered on here. That's roughly centered. I guess you know from me already, I'm not a perfectionist. I'm going to use a little bit of washi tape just to hold this in place so that it doesn't decide to move once I'm running it through the machine. For some reason this really likes to stick to the this sheet. I have no idea why, but it does. Let's pop this out of the way. We're done with this for now. Peel off a little bit of washi tape that we used. I just stick it over on the edge of my desk so that I can use it again. Then we have a little, excuse me, we have a little die cut that we can just put aside and use for something else later if we want. So here we have our opening now. So once we fold the card, we'll have that opening where we'll put all the little shaker card bits inside. So now working from the inside of the card, what we want to do is take either a sheet of acetate, or since I don't own any, what I've done is I have taken just some of these plastic bags that some of my dies have come in, different things like that, and I put these aside and I keep them. And what I did with one of the smaller bags is I just cut it to size, and I just cut along the edges so that I would have 2 pages. So we'll use that. And I was doing this last night, and there's something sticky on my desk. Oh well. So what we want to do is adhere this piece of plastic to the page. You can use glue if you want. I'm just going to use some of my tape here. It doesn't have to be precise. We're going to be putting things over top of this, so precision isn't the utmost. You just want enough to make sure that this thing is going to stick. Where did it go? There it is. Now you want to be careful when you're laying this down so that it lays down nice and smoothly, so you don't have any little bubbles or puckers on there. So there we have our sheet of plastic on here now. The next thing I have is a sheet of little cut of a scrapbook paper that's a slightly different color so that you can see this a little better. I made the first one was all done in white, and the design of the little floral design was kind of lost. So I decided on the next one I was just going to use a slightly different color, and we're going to use this to cover up the opening after we've added the sequins. The sequins I'm using, where did I put the, oh, here it is. These were a packet of sequins I bought at the Dollar Tree. There were 6 little baggies that were attached in like a waterfall fashion here for 6 different colors of blue and green. So it was $1 for this, and I just dumped them all into a little travel shampoo, shampoo or liquid soap or lotion bottle. So I've just added them into here so that I could keep them under control. I'm also going to add these tiny little snowflakes in there as well. This was a little container that I found in the dollar spot at Target. So we're going to use a little bit of each of those on here. I'm just going to take that label off. So what we want to do is I'm going to flatten that out a little better. There we go. We're just going to add a little mound of sequins inside here. The little snowflake ones and some of the sequins. I'm just going to add a few more of these just for good measure, because why not? Put the little cork back in place. So what I want to do now is, I don't like that one as much. I'm going to add a little bit of double-sided tape around the edge of this page, and then I'll place that over top. Where's the end? There's the end. And what we want to make sure we do is have no open spots where the sequence can escape. And these are somewhat larger sequins, so that's going to be okay. So peel off the release bit. And then what we're going to do is lay this down over top of our sequence and make sure all of it is sealed down. Oops, one of those snowflakes escaped. And then you can leave it as is if you want, because you've got writing surface here, you've got writing surface here. But what I like to do is cover this part up. So this is why we cut a second sheet of cardstock. It's just a smidge smaller than this one folded in half, so the 4 1/4 inch mark here. And we just want to do this so that we can just cover that up, and then we've got a full sheet all the way around on both sides. So what I'm going to do is again use my double-sided tape and just go around the edges with it. And so release the backing. And because of the fold here, I like to try to line it up as best I can just on the other side of the fold. So it's come over just a smidge. I didn't, scissors, there we are. So we can just trim this little bit of excess off. We can leave it alone as is if we want. I'm just going to smooth out that little extra bit. And here we have a little shaker card, and it's thin. It has a little bit of bulk in the center, but not much at all. And we can see we've got, doesn't shake a lot, but we have our little shaker card. Little snowflakes in there and the sequins in there. So here we go. We've got a writing surface here, a little bit of a, you'll be writing over a few little bumpies, but that's fine. So you got lots of space for journaling, for writing. You can tuck it into a tuck spot either which way. You can use double-sided tape and you can stick it down into a page. All sorts of ways that you can use this. So I think you can see the little snowflakes inside here. One escaped. There's one on my finger that one of them got away on me. Only one, that's not that's not bad. So there we have it. Cute little shaker card. And again, it's nice and thin, so you can tuck it into a journal nice and easy. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this. I appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. I hope you take a second and like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye now.